The Honorable Osoro, member for South Mukirango.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity to also speak to the presidential address by His Excellency the President in this House. Honorable Speaker, the President, in my view, spoke to the real issues that affect the common mwananchi. He's been in the past accused of not being able to be in touch of the things that affect the common man or the mwananchi. But from the presidential address that he gave last week, from his speech, I mean, really, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to identify the things that he said that directly touch on the common mwananchi and the realities. Despite the challenge that we have as a country, where people are naturally negative at times, and it's really a situation as we are facing right now. But I'll be very specific on the things that he spoke to, especially on the issues of health, the issues of education, and the issues of Adani, Honorable Speaker, and even the issues of the cost of living. Because it's a fact, we all live in this country, starting even from the issue of the cost of living, Honorable Speaker, that at the point the president took over power as the president of this country, the common commodities, the food prices in terms, the unga prices, which is our staple food, Honorable Speaker, was very high at that point. Not anymore, because of the measures that have been put to make sure we increase our production. That he spoke to, and it's a fact. He also spoke about the economy. He talked about the dollar. The exchange rate of the dollar against the shilling wasn't as it, is not as it were when he took over power. That is also a fact, Honorable Speaker. But more importantly, on a thing that touches on the common mwananchi, Honorable Speaker, that is so dear to so many of us, Honorable Speaker, is the issue of the social health scheme, Honorable Speaker. Several people who do not really understand how the social health scheme works, Honorable Speaker, and who do not want to understand, are opposing a very noble idea. A very noble idea. Because on one point, you want leaders that you elect to bring change. I have never understood. But on the other point, when they bring change, you also raise questions and say we need to go back to the status quo. You complain that NHIF is not working. It hasn't been working. People are making unscrupulous claims. And that is on one part. Then on the other part, when there is a system that has been now, that is really been, that has been put in the market, or rather to the public, that is going to work, or that is working very well, you then again start saying, okay, let's revert back to the old system. Really, then why do you elect leaders? Because you've got to elect leaders for change. And you admit the ideas, because you can't be complaining without offering a solution. Honorable Speaker, I want to quote a message, and I want to read this message that I received yesterday from my constituent about the social health system. Honorable Speaker, I read this message from one constituent. It's told me, good evening, Mheshimiwa. I wish I could get opportunity to thank His Excellency the President, but through you, the message is home. I'm from South Mogrango, Tabaka Ward, and a beneficiary of SHA. SHA has footed my dad's surgery hospital bill of 151K without paying a shilling. Honorable Speaker, these are people who are sending us messages when they had challenges to invite us for medical fundraisers. This is transformation. This is something that all of us should be celebrating, Honorable Speaker. And the President spoke in huge language, Honorable Speaker, encouraging members to also tell the members of public to register in large numbers, Honorable Speaker, because this is now what we call the universal health coverage system, Honorable Speaker, and it's really working, Honorable Speaker. So on this one, he spoke to the real issues. Then he spoke again to the issues that are bedeviling this country, the issue of femicides, the issue of the gender-based violence, where one wakes up one morning and decides to make his wife or girlfriend or a woman a punching bag, besides even killing them. Some of them torture them. And it's really shocking. I don't know whether it's a moral issue, or whether it's a devil that is now getting into people's heads, where you wake up one morning and you just want to, the person that you've lived with or you've been having a relationship with, you just decide to turn them into an animal and you want to punch them and hit them. Honorable Speaker, that is really a point that His Excellency the President spoke to, and we all condemn such. And finally, Honorable Speaker, this House has been accused over the issue of that at some point, some members of Parliament celebrated Adani when the deal was being proposed, and at another point, when the President sought for the withdrawal, that we clapped and, gave him a standing ovation. I want to explain to the members.
1 minute, you finish the sentence.
I want to explain to the members of the public that it is indeed true. We celebrated initially when that proposal came to us because, number one, we agree to the fact that our airport is not doing well. We agree that it's not looking very well. We do not want to borrow loans to make it. Then we do not want, Honorable Speaker, to also do what? We have no other option of making that airport, Honorable Speaker, other than PPP, Honorable Speaker. So we were very happy that there was a PPP. But at that point in time, Honorable Speaker, we did not know that Adani had an issue of corruption. It was speculations and all those kind of things. Up until that morning, when the when America found him culpable of some corruption matters, Honorable Speaker, and as people, are patriotic Kenyans, we were happy that now, because we are fighting corruption, that is why the members of parliament gave him a standing ovation, because he is fighting, he doesn't.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Mandera South.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.